So, good morning to everyone. Pati po yung mga viewers natin. Today is September 1st, 2023, and we have a private conference for 11 yata yan. 11 projects.
Then civil works saka isang good.
Yes. So we have a private conference for 10 civil works and 1 goods and service project. So to start with, we have operator. We request Father Bernie.
Thank you. Let's all have a let's all bow our heads and humble ourselves. Our Heavenly Father, as we enter this workplace, we bring your presence with us. We speak your peace, your grace, your mercy, and your perfect order into this place. We acknowledge your power over all that we've spoken, thought, decided, and done within these rules. Lord, we thank you for the gifts you have blessed us with. We commit to you sincere responsibility, your honor. Give us a fresh supply of strength to do our job. Anoint our projects, ideas, energy, so that even our smallest accomplishment may bring you glory. May the work that we do and the way we do it bring faith, joy, and smiles to all that we plan in contact with today. And, O Lord, when we leave this place, give us traveling mercy. Bless our family at home to be in order as we have been. Lord, we thank you for everything you've done, everything you're doing, and everything you are working. In the name of Jesus, we pray with much love and thanksgiving.
Thank you, sir. Sir Bernie. Ma'am Jane, can you do the roll call, please?
Good morning, everyone. The Peace and Awards Committee convened today for the private conference of 10 civil works projects and 1 under goods and services. But first, we are first call the roll. From the bank members, Engineer Elita R. Babaran, Legislative Regional Director, Bank Chairperson.
Present.
Attorney Melvin Umokit, Chief of the Administrative Division, Member. Engineer Isabelo C. Inga, Chief of the Construction Division, Member. Engineer Bernard T. Calabasaron, Chief of the Quality Assurance and Hydrology Division, Member. Engineer Rosalinda T. Salvachera, Chief of the Maintenance Division, Member. Madam Chair, as to the attendance of the bank members, there is a quorum.
Considering that there exists a quorum, this private conference is called to order. Please continue, Ma'am Jane.
From the Technical Working Group, Engineer Medardo S. Maestre, Chief of the Equipment and Management Division.
Present.
And also, we have an observer from the COA, Mr. Benjamin M. Lana. For the prospective bidders, for contract ID number 23B00073, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. We have 2 prospective bidders, represented by Ms. Sarah Tuzdao of TJMT Construction and Mr. Angelo Alonza from TJT Construction Incorporated. That's all, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Ma'am Jane. So can we have the presentation for the first contract ID to be presented by Engineer Rosalinda Salvachera for he will be presenting for contract ID number 23B00070.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157
Good morning to everyone. For contact ID number 23B00073, the project name is Repair and Restoration of Damaged National Roads in Region 2 due to the onset of Super Typhoon Egay. Repair rehabilitation of damaged asphalt pavement along the Amuarca, Elway, kilometer 209 plus minus 896 to kilometer 214. So the location is in Santa Fe, Nueva Vizcaya. The implementing office is DPWH Regional Office number 2. For the funding source is under National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund with an ABC of 14,473,642 pesos and 43 centavos. For the scope of work, facilities for the engineer, provision of combined field office, laboratory and living quarters building for the engineer on rental basis, operation and maintenance of field office for the engineer, provision of progress photographs. For other general requirements, provision of project billboards, signboards, 1 DPWH and 1 OWA, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For civil works component, we have removal of existing asphalt pavement, 100 millimeter thickness, application of emulsified asphalt, laying of bituminous concrete surface reinforced with anti-rotting additive, asphalt, 50 cm thickness. Application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking, white. For the contract duration, we have 53 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, for the pickup license, must range of at least small b. For the SLCC, bidder should have completed a contract on major category of work with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ADC of the contract to be bid. For the major category of work, RCA, road construction asphalt. Similar categories of work, please refer to bid data sheet. For the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. For the project manager, must have a minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 3 years for the minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, 3 years, minimum years of total work experience, same position, 2 years, minimum years of similar experience, same position. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1, foreman, 5 years, minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 3 years for minimum years of similar experience, same position. Then safety officer, accredited by NOLE, pollution control officer, with training accredited by DNR, EMB. For the minimum major equipment requirement, we have 1 unit asphalt distributor with 10 foot wide, 5 tons capacity, 2 power group, 2 meter wide, 1 asphalt paver, 80 horsepower, 1 pneumatic tire roller, 10 metric ton, 1 tandem steel roller with 10.1 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck or 1 water pump with 16,000 liters capacity, 1 cargo truck, delivery truck with 5 tons capacity. So the list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with DO 11 series of 2017. That's all for contract ID 23B0070, Madam Chair.
Ross, please continue for contract ID number 23B00071 and 23B00072.
For contract ID number 23B00071, project name is Repair and Restoration of Damaged National Roads in Region 2 due to the onslaught of Super Typhoon Egay. Rehabilitation, reconstruction, and grading of damaged roads along the Amarga, kilometer 264 plus 200 to kilometer 264 plus 920, primary roads, Don Mariano Perez section, Bayongbong, Nueva Vizcaya. Elaboration is Bayongbong, Nueva Vizcaya. The implementing office is DPWH Regional Office number 2. For the funding source, under National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, with an ATC of 13,293,840 pesos and 96 centavos. For the scope of work, facilities for the engineer with the provision of progress photographs. For other general requirements, with the provision of project billboards, signboards, 1 DPWH and 1 COA, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For civil works components, we have the removal of 100 mm thick existing asphalt pavement, application of bituminous asphalt, laying of bituminous concrete surface with anti-rotting additive, hot blade, 50 mm thick with 2 layers, and then the application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking with white color. And the contract duration is 77 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, required pickup license, design frames of at least small B. For the SLCC, which is the single largest completed contract, bidder should have completed a contract on major category of work with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ABP of the contract to be bid. For the major category of work, RCA, roads, construction, asphalt. For the similar categories of work, please refer to bid data sheet. And for the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. So, project manager, 5 years, minimum years of total work experience, same position. 3 years, minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, 3 years, minimum years of total work experience, same position. And 2 years, minimum years of similar experience, same position. Materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1. Foreman, 5 years, minimum years of total work experience, same position. And 3 years, minimum years of similar experience, same position. Safety officer, accredited by DOLE. Pollution control officer, training accredited by DNR, EMB. For the minimum major equipment requirement, 1 asphalt distributor, with 10 foot wide capacity, 5 tons, 2 power boom, 2 meter wide, 1 asphalt paver, 80 horsepower, 1 pneumatic tire roller, 10 metric ton capacity, 1 stainless steel roller, 10.1 metric ton capacity, 1 dump truck, 1 payloader, with 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 motorized road grader, 1 water truck or water pump with 15,000 liters capacity, 1 cargo truck, delivery truck, 2 to
tons capacity. List of material testing equipment must be in accordance with TO11 series of 2017. For the next contract ID, which is contract ID 23B00072, the project name is repair and restoration of damaged national roads in Region 2 due to the onset of Super Typhoon Egay, rehabilitation, reconstruction into improvement along junction above Natipunan, Gababisay Road via Dupas, kilometer 446 plus 280 to kilometer 446 plus 300, Ginin, Natipunan, Quirino. So, the location is Ginin, Natipunan, Quirino. The implementing office is DPWH Regional Office Number 2. Funding source, National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund with an ABC of 422,370 pesos and 46 centavos. For the scope of work, other general requirements, we have the provision of project billboards, signboards, 1 DPWH and 1 COA, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For the civil works component, we have the removal of actual structures, obstructions, PCCP, excavation and embankment work, aggregate surface course, construction of PCCP 0.28 meter thick. Contract duration is 20 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, required pickup license, at least small B. For the SLCC, bidders should have completed a contract on major category of works with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ABC of the contract to be bid. For the major category of work, RCP, roads, construction of PCCP. Similar categories of work, please refer to this data sheet. For the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. For the project manager, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position. 3 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For the project engineer, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 2 years minimum years of similar experience with same position. Materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1, foreman, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 3 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For the safety officer, accredited by DOLE, and pollution control officer with training accredited by DNR, EMB. For the minimum major equipment requirements, we have 1 backhoe with breaker with 0.8 cubic meter capacity, 1 payloader, 1.5 cubic meter capacity, 1 dump truck, 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 bulldozer, 167 HP, 1 motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller, 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck, 16,000 liter capacity, and 1 transit lister with 5 cubic yards capacity. List of material testing equipment must be in accordance with TO11 series of 2017. That's all, Madam Chair, for this 3 contract price under 23B0707223B00007. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Rose. For contract ID 23B00073, 74, and 23B00074, this will be presented by Sir Isabelo. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Chief, for contract ID number 23B00073. repair and restoration of damaged national roads in the region due to the onslaught of super typhoon Nikai. Restoration, damage Santa Margarita, Procurement Station, kilometer K0588+450 to station K058+550. Location is Santa Margarita, Procurement, implementing offices DPWH Regional Office Number 2, funding source, NDRRF Fund, National Disaster Risk Reduction Management. ABC of the project is 33,500,000 pesos. For the scope of works, we have facilities for the engineer, provision of progress photographs, other general requirements, provision of project billboards, signboards, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For civil works component, we have removal of actual structures, obstructions with a thickness of 0.20 feet and 0.46 feet, excavation and embankment works, aggregates of base course, construction of PCCP with a thickness of 0.30 meters, installation of gabions with a size of 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, installation of interflow, installation of mudflat with a size of 0.30 meters by 2 meters by 6 meters. The contract duration is 150 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, for pickup license required is pickup license, size range of at least medium 8. For SLCC, bidders should have completed the contract and made the delivery for the construction cost of at least 50% of the existing of the contract to be bid. For major category 4, we have flood control, construction, slow protection work, using structural measures such as preventment, retaining wall, and wiring. For similar category support is referred to be in class C. For work experience, requirements for the key personnel, we have 5 project managers, one project manager, I should say, with a minimum experience or total work experience, same position, and 3 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. One project engineer with a 5 years experience in the same position, 3 minimum years of similar experience with same position. We have 1 materials engineer, it should be accredited materials engineer 1 quantity surveyor with a minimum years of total experience of 3 and minimum years of similar experience in position of 2. 1 foreman, minimum years of total experience of 5 and minimum years of similar experience in position of 2. 1 safety officer should be accredited by ONEC. 1 pollution control officer should have the training of accredited by DNR and ENT. For minimum major equipment requirement,
Sorry, Doctor, can be sample. I'd like to ask yung mga prospective bidders if you have any concern or question for contract ID 23B00073. Meron po tayong representative of the prospective bidder, yung sa DJSP Construction and DJD Construction Incorporated. Kung meron po kayong concern, sir, wala. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. For minimum major equipment requirement, 1 backhoe with breaker with the capacity of 40 cubic meter, 1 backhoe with the capacity of 40 cubic meter, 2 dump trucks with the capacity of 12 cubic yard, and one motorized road grader, one well rotary roller with a capacity of 10 metric tons, one water truck with a capacity of 16,000 liters, one cargo truck with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric tons, one payloader with a capacity of 1.5 cubic meter, and one concrete mining plant. One bulk transit mixer with a capacity of 4.5 cubic meter, and one cargo truck with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric tons. For list of material testing equipment, it should be in accordance with DO 11 series of 2007.
Paki-flash lang. Dalawa yung cargo truck natin na 9 to 10 metric tons. Yung after the water truck, may cargo truck doon, and then after the transit mixer, may cargo truck doon. Okay?
Last payment.
Last item. Okay. One, so one natin. So, i-verify na lang muna natin before we start. So, Secretary, please take note of that.
Okay, Madam Chair, can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for train contract ID number 23D00070, project name, repair and restoration of damage at Nalbron Region 2 to Supervisor Data. Repair, rehabilitation of damaged PCCP, Santa Margarita, Macau, Real, Station 5, latitude 300 to 593 latitude. Station in Santa Margarita, Macau, Real. Implementing Office is DWA, funding source is National Resource Guarantee International Management Fund with an ABC of 14,750,000. The scope of work are facilities for the engineer with an provision of budgets for contracts and other general requirements, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, organization, and remote. For civil works component, we have removal of outdoor structures, construction and equipment, of void, breaking, interdict, and reinforced excavation of earthwork and background work, and key practice course, construction of PCCP 150 mm thick, installation of gabions 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, installation of filter cloth, installation of mattress with a size of 0.3 meters by 2 meters by 6 meters, with a contract duration of 180 days. For pickup license, eligibility requirements, for pickup license, it should be required pickup license with a size range of at least small. For SLCC, bidders should have completed a contract at the end of the category works, reaching construction costs of at least 50% of the ABC of the contract to the for majority category of work. For some control, construction of potential structural measure. Like that, that is more than enough. For similar categories of work, please refer to the bid data sheet. Okay, for project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. One project manager with a minimum years of total work experience in position of 5 and minimum years of similar experience in position of 3. One project engineer, minimum years of total work experience of 5 and 3 minimum years of similar experience in position. One materials engineer should be accredited materials engineer 1. One quantity engineer or surveyor with a minimum years of total same position of 3, and minimum years of similar experience, same position of 1 for 1, minimum years of total work experience, same position of 5, minimum years of similar experience, same position of 3. 1 safety officer should be accredited by knowledge, and 1 pollution control with 3 accredited by DDNR and EMP. Okay, for minimum major equipment requirement. 1 backhoe with breaker with a capacity of 48 cubic meter, 1 backhoe with a capacity of 48 cubic meter, dump truck of 2 with a capacity of 12 cubic meter, motorized road grader 1, laboratory roller 1 with a capacity of 10 metric ton, 1 washer truck with a capacity of 16,000 liters, 1 cargo truck with a capacity of 9, 10 metric ton, 1 payloader with a capacity of 1.5 cubic meter, 1 concrete matching plant, 1 mixer of 4 with a capacity of 4 to 5 cubic meter. So we have the same case here, another cargo truck of 1 with 9 to 10 metric ton. The list of material testing equipment should be in accordance with DO11 series of 2011. That's all, Mr. Phil, for the project ID. Madam Chair, I should say.
Thank
For
you,
project
sir.
ID 230073 and 794. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, very long. So, can we proceed with contract ideas 23B00075 and 23B00076 to be presented by Mr. Bertie. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, Madam Chair, thank you. Before we'll read the contract data, allow me first, Madam Chair, we'll discuss something about the classification of the materials engineer, because I have noted that some of our projects is less than 15 million, some projects are less than 15 million. So allow me please to read this one as per Department Order 98, series of 2016. The limit of assignment to the materials engineer. For materials engineer 1 project costing not more than 150 million, or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million, or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 200 million. For materials engineer 2, 1 project no cost limit, 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 300 million, or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million. For non-accredited materials engineer, may be assigned to 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 15 million or below. Pwede na, non-accredited materials.
Maybe, sir,
15 million
15 million and below, pwede ang non-accredited. So, pag-review din yung, yung mga previous na natin.
Okay, ma'am. So, for contract ID number 23BO0075, the project name is repair and restoration of damaged national bridges in Region 2 due to the onslaught of Super Typhoon Egay. Repair and restoration of damaged bridge across Carmona Bridge, particularly kilometer 0544 plus 366 along Cagayan Valley Road, Centro Sur, ng Cagayan. Implementing office is Deputy Evaluation Regional Office number 2. The funding source is National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund with an ABC of 1,930,000. The scope of work are for the facilities of the engineers, the provision of progress photographs. Other general requirements includes provision of project billboards, signboards, occupational health and safety programs, traffic management, mobilization or demobilization. Civil work component, GR, is structure excavation, embankment from barrow cut, installation of gabions 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, and provision of curtain floors, and installation of mattress with a dimension of 0.3 meters by 2 meters by 6 meters. The contract duration is 60 calendar days. Eligibility requirements: the pickup license required pickup license, size range of at least small b. The SSLCC bidders should have completed a contract of major category of works with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ABC of the contract to be bid. The major category of work, FCSPS, non-control construction slope protection using structural measures, example, revetment, retaining walls, or widening. Similar categories of work refer to field leadership. Work experience for the key personnel. For project engineer must have at least 3 years minimum of total work experience, the same position, and 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, at least 3 years, or for similar experience of 2 years. For accredited materials engineer, I think this one requires not an accredited materials engineer. So foreman is 3 years, and for similar experience is 2 years also. For safety officer, he or she must be an accredited line operator. Minimum major requirements, equipment description for backhoe, 1 unit with a capacity of 0.80 cubic meter. Dump truck, 2 units with a capacity of 12 cubic yard. Motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller with a capacity of 10 metric tons. 1 water truck with a capacity of 16,000 liters. And 1 cargo truck with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric tons. List of materials certificate equipment in accordance with Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017. So, for contract ID number 23BO0076, the project name is Repair and Restoration of Damaged National Bridges in Region 2 due to the onslaught of Super Typhoon Egay. The repair restoration of damaged with approach and Calcara Bridge, particularly at kilometer KO544 plus 1006 along Cagayan Valley Road, Centro Norte, Cagayan. And the implementing office is DPWH Regional Office Number 2. And the funding source is National Service Reduction and Management Fund with an ABC of 2,540,000. The scope of work is provision of progress photographs for facilities for engineer, provisions of project billboards, signboards, occupational health and safety programs, traffic management, mobilization or demobilization for under general requirements. Structural excavation, embankment from barrow, installation of gabions with a dimension of 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, provision of filter floors, and installation of mattress with a dimension of 0.3 meters by 2 meters by 6 meters for civil works component. The contract duration is 60 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, size range of at least small b. Bidders should have completed a contract of major category of work with a construction of at least 50% of the ABC of the contract to be bid. For the major category of work, flood control construction, slope protection using structural measures, example, revetment, retaining wall, or widening. For similar categories of work, refer to bid leadership. For work experience requirement for key personnel, 1 project manager, minimum years of total work experience is 3 years, and the minimum years of similar experience for same position is 2 years. For project engineer, 3 minimum years of total work experience and 2 minimum years of similar experience. For materials engineer, non-accredited materials engineer is allowed. Pero nakasulat dito is accredited materials engineer 1. So for one foreman with 3 minimum years of total work experience and 2 minimum years of similar experience. One safety officer with accredited by DOL. For the minimum major equipment rental requirements, one backhoe with 0.8 cubic meters capacity, 2 dump truck with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller with capacity of 10 metric tons, 1 water truck with a capacity of 16,000 liters, 1 cargo truck with a capacity of 9 to 10 metric tons. These are material testing equipment in accordance with Department Order Number 11 series of 2007. And that's all, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Bernie. For contract IDS 23B00077 up to 79, this will be presented by Congress.
Hello. For contract ID number 23G00077, project name is Repair and Restoration of Damaged National Bridges in Region 2 due to the onslaught of Super Typhoon Egay. Repair and restoration of damaged bridge across at Bangan Bridge number 2, kilometer 559 plus 635.429 along Junction Magapit, Kapisayan Road, Basaw, Dastaran, Cagayan. So for the location, this is Basaw, Dastaran, Cagayan. The implementing office is DPWH Regional Office number 2. Funding source is under National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund with an APC of 1,930,000 pesos. For the scope of work, facilities for the engineer, we have the provision of progress photographs, other general requirements, provision of project billboards, signboards, 1 DPWH and 1 COA, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For civil works components, we have the structure excavation, installation of gabions, 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, provision of filter cloth, installation of mattress, 0.3 meter by 2 meter by 6 meter. For contract duration, we have 60 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, the required pickup license is at least small b. For the SLCC, bidders should have completed a contract on major category of work with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ABC of the contract to be bid. Major category of work, SPSPN, flood control, construction, slope protection using structural measures like development, retaining wall, and wiring. For the similar categories of work, please refer to bid data sheet. For the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. For project manager, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position. 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position. And 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1. For foreman, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. And for safety officer, accredited by DOLE. For the minimum major equipment requirement, 1 unit backhoe with 0.80 cubic meter capacity, 2 dump trucks with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck with 15,000 liters capacity, 1 cargo truck with 9 to 10 metric ton capacity. The list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with DO11 series of 2017. For contract ID number 23B00078, the project name is Repair and Restoration of Damaged National Bridges in Region 2 due to the onslaught of Super Typhoon Egay. Repair and restoration of damaged bridge approach at Magapit Bridge along Cabel Valley Road, Magapit, Lalo, Cagayan. So the location is Magapit, Lalo, Cagayan. The implementing office is DPWH Regional Office Number 2. The funding source is under National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund with an ATC of 2.5 million. For the scope of work, for facilities for the engineer, we have provision of progress photographs. Other general requirements, we have the provision of project billboards, signboards, 1 DPWH and 1 COA, occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. For civil works components, we have the structure excavation, embankment from barrow, installation of gabions, 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, provision of filter cloth, and installation of mattress, 0.3 meter by 2 meter by 6 meters. For the contract duration, we have 120 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, for the required pickup license is at least small b, and for the SLPD, bidders should have completed a contract of major category of work with a construction cost of at least 50% of the ADC of the contract to be bid. Major category of work, FCSPS, flood control, construction, slope protection, building structural measures, sample, revestment, retaining wall, wire net. Similar categories of work, please refer to bid data sheet. For the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. For project manager, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position. 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For project engineer, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1. Foreman, 3 years minimum years of total work experience, same position, and 2 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. And safety officer, accredited by DOLE. For the minimum major equipment requirement, 1 backhoe with 0.80 cubic meter capacity, 2 dump trucks with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 motorized road grader, 1 vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck with 16,000 liters capacity, and 1 cargo truck with 9 to 10 metric ton capacity. The list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with DO11 series of 2017. For contract ID number 23B00079, the project name is Repair and Restoration of Damaged National Bridges in Region 2 due to the onslaught of Super Typhoon Egay. Repair and restoration of damaged bridge approach at People Bridge, kilometer 710+444 along Junction, Logan, Lasam, Gagabutan Road, People Dalo Cagayan. So the equation is People Dalo Cagayan. The implementing office is DPWH Regional Office Number 2. The funding source is under National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund with an ABC of 750,000 pesos. For the scope of work, facilities for the engineer, we have the provision of progress photographs. Other general requirements, we have the provision of project billboards, signboards, 1 DPWH and 1 OWA. Occupational health and safety program, traffic management, mobilization, demobilization. Under civil works components, we have the structure excavation, embankment from barrow, installation of gabions, 1 meter by 1 meter by 2 meters, provision of filter flow, installation of places, 0.3 meter by 2 meter by 6 meters. We have a contract duration of 60 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, the required pickup license is at least small b. For the SLCC, bidder should have completed a contract on major category of works with a construction cost of at least 50% of the APG of the contract to be bid. The major category of work, SCSPS flood control, construction, slope protection, using structural measures, sample, revetment, retaining wall, wirenet. For similar categories of work, please refer to bid data sheet. For the project requirements, work experience requirements for the key personnel. For project manager, 3 years, minimum years of total work experience same position, and 2 years, minimum years of similar experience same position. For project engineer, 3 years, minimum years of total work experience same position, and 2 years, minimum years of similar experience same position. For materials engineer, accredited materials engineer 1. For foreman, 3 years, minimum years of total work experience same position, and 2 years, minimum years of similar experience same position. And for safety officer, accredited by Dole. For the minimum major equipment requirements, 1 backhoe with 0.80 cubic meter capacity, 2 dump trucks with 12 cubic yard capacity, 1 motorized earth grader, 1 vibratory roller with 10 metric ton capacity, 1 water truck with 16,000 liters capacity, 1 carbon truck with 9 to 10 metric ton capacity. The list of material testing equipment must be in accordance with DO11 series of 2017. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank you.
So, we're done with the 10 civil works projects, but before we go to the goods and supplies, Secretariat, kindly effect the changes to be due to the observation of Engineer Calabasaro regarding the accredited materials engineer pursuant to Department Order number
98 series of
98 series of 2016. Then is yung mga projects below 15 million, pwede yung instead of accredited materials engineer 1, pwede yung, ano yun sir?
Non-accredited materials engineers may be assigned to 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 15 million.
Okay.
Non-accredited but can handle 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 15 million.
So, yung i-qualify natin yung non-accredited sir, pwede siyang subject lang, gano'n. Basta engineer. So, pwede hindi accredited, basta engineer, and provided hindi siya higit ng 3. Basta?
Hindi, yung aggregate cost should not exceed 15 million.
So, the aggregate cost should not exceed 15 M. So please check from, ito, yung contract IDs from 70 to 23B00070 up to 78 objective. And then also likewise doon sa equipment, pag-check. Doon sa card contract ba yun? Card contract. So please prepare the bid bulletin for that. And meron pa ba kayo ibang owns for the civil works? For those goods? Sa prospective leaders natin? From EJFT Construction? Wala po. And then from DJD Construction? Wala din po. So, let's now proceed. Let's now proceed with the presentation for the goods and services to be presented to us by Engineer Maestre.
Good morning, everyone. So for contract ID number 23GB012, project name is Light Delivery of Various Personal Protective Equipment for use in the operations of the Gayan River. Location is the Rates Office number 2, RGC Tarik Sur, Gayan. Depending office, Rates Office number 2, funding source, FY 2023 GAA. With an approved budget for the contract, 1,226,250 pesos. For the delivery period, it's 45 calendar days upon receipt of payment. So for the schedule of requirements is, item 1 is hard head, 54 pieces, safe issues, 54 pairs, brush guard, 162 pieces, compression pants, 162 pieces, sun hat, 108 pieces, reflectorized vests, 30 pieces, safety gloves, 162 pairs, raincoat, 29 pairs, two-way radio, 10 sets, flashlight, 20 pieces, tag out, 15 sets, fire extinguisher, 5 pieces, first aid kit, 15 sets, alcohol, 108 gallons, flashing belt, 6 pieces, third, buckle book and knife, 8 pieces, boring rope, 4 rolls, chains with both ends, 8 pieces. So for the technical specifications, for the hard hat must be white with individual's logo and ANSI approved. For the safety shoes, heavy duty, high cut, oil and water resistant, leather or polymeric brown, anti-smashing steel toe, capacity 200 joules, anti-puncture salt plate, suit hydrocarbon resistant salt, anti-perforation. For the last guard, long sleeves, dry fit, light blue color with individual's logo. For the compression pants, dry fit, black in color. Sun hat, with dry fabric, face and neck full cover sun sheet. And reflectorized vest, orange with DPWH logo. Safety gloves, heavy duty, waterproof. Raincoat with DPWH logo, jacket and pants, heavy duty. Two-way radio, 25 watts, 20 kilometer maximum communication distance, 1,300 mAh battery capacity, USB and 220 volts outlet charging with headset, flashlight, 5 watts high power LED, rechargeable 220 volts USB phone charging capability, black out, cockpit set with pulse, fire extinguisher, carbon dioxide 10 pounds. For the first aid kit, this includes first aid book, 1 piece, adhesive tape, 2.5 centimeters by 9.1 meter, 2 rolls, 4-inch, 4x4-inch gel gauge pads, 10 pieces, 2-inch bandages, at 5 yards per roll, 1 roll, 3 bandages, 5 yards per roll and 2 rolls, 4 bandages, 4-inch bandages, 5 yards and 1 per roll, antacid, 30 milligrams, 20 tablets per medicine man, 1 month. Anti-diarrheal, 2 milligrams, 30 capsules. Antihistamine cream, 28.3 grams, 1 piece. Antiseptic agent, 120 ml, 1 bottle. Antibiotics, 20 capsules. Aspirin, 80 milligrams, 20 tablets. Acetaminophen, 500 milligrams. Paracetamol, 20 tablets per medicine man, 2 medicine man. Diphenhydramine, 20 milligrams, oral, 10 capsules. Medical or surgical gloves, white, 1 box. Pen, flashlights, chargeable, 1 set. Ibuprofen, 100 milligrams per capsule, 30 capsules. Eye drop, 7.5 ml, 1 piece. Small Swiss Arnitine, 1 piece. Adhesive bandages, washproof, 50 strips per box, 2 boxes. Nasal spray decongestant, 30 ml, 1 bottle. Nasal decongestant oral, 50 milligrams per tablet, and 20 tablets per medicine man, 2 medicine man. Non-adhesive wood bags. Wood bags, 10 pieces. Pocket mask for CPR, 1 piece. Safety pins, number 1, 31 mm, 1 box. Safety pins, number 4, 55 mm, 1 box. Surgical scissor, 1 piece. Sunscreen, 30 ml, 1 bottle. Thermometer, oral, digital, 1 piece. Tweezers, stainless steel, 1 piece. Ice pack or gel pack, reusable, 1 piece. Triangular bandage, 5 pieces. Cotton swab or cotton pads disposable, 100 pieces per bag, 1 bag. For the alcohol, 80% ethyl, flashing well, heavy duty, 70% ethyl, oxygen. Flashing well, heavy duty with hook, 3-inch wide, 15-meter length. Guard buckle hook and eye, stainless steel, 1/2 inch diameter. Mooring rope, 2-inch diameter. Chain with hook, both ends. Heavy duty, 1/2 inch diameter. 5 meters length. That's all from here.
Thank you, Sir Ben. Ibalik lang po doon sa may medicine kit. Baba mo man. Doon sa may thermometer. Ang thermometer kasi niya is oral digital. Pwede ba yung thermometer na lang na kontak? Kasi doon ang hindi yung ano. Pero yung, yung nag-contact, yung ginaganon lang po. Kasi pag oral siya, siyempre, ganun mo yun, gusto mo. Mas yung ano yung thermometer na gano'n, yung gano'n lang. Kasi pag oral siya, siyempre, sa buwangan.
Ayun, ano?
Yes,
Type to yun.
Ganda yung pangalan doon. Then let's go, up. Sa, sige, yung hard Sir, ano po yung anti-approve? How do we know that it's anti-approve?
May doon sa ano ka?
Sa legal niya, okay. Okay. Sige po. Sa compression pants, isang ano lang po ba yan? Isang size? Sa number 4.
For compression pants. Usually yung dry fit kasi yun ba, parang isang free size.
Size na siya, free size siya.
Stretch.
Stretchable. Yes. Hindi. Hands baba, ma'am. Alright. Then, safety gloves. Ano po ba yung safety gloves natin? Cotton po ba? Or yung ano? Rubberized. Pag-ilagay po dyan, heavy duty, rubberized. Kasi pwede cotton, pwede yung parang ano din, leatherette kasi, pwede yung meron ganon. Same coat, with disability logo, pants. Gaano po ba laki yung logo niya, sir?
Yung standard mo?
Yung, so dito na,
Yes.
standard size. At wala tayong, pag ano siya, pag standard size, kaya dapat mag-ikaw, 2 inches ba, or 3 inches?
3 yata.
Basta visible siya from afar. Saan po ba? Sa likod?
4 inches na ito.
Sa 4 inches sa likod. 72. So, ano po yung number 11? Log out, tag out. Ano po yun?
Parang record yun ba?
Parang,
Sa recording ng record.
kaya mo yan.
Parang nasa record yung mga videos.
Complete set with pouch. With pouch na
May bahay kasi siya parang
para siyang ID ba yan? Parang ID. Oo. Saan itatag dito sa ano nila, sir? Sa tagging ng ano, ng mga equipment. Okay. Sige. So, baba, ma'am. So, yung sa first aid kit, yung ako sabi namin yung sa thermometer. Oo, nag-type na lang. Huwag siyang oral. Lasa po yan, mga Kristen. Iba yung uring roll service per roll po ba yun? So, yung 1 roll, kailan yung ano niya, yung length niya. Sir, basta ganito na lang. Kung per roll siya, i-define natin ilan meters per roll. Para mag-specific po tayo. Are there any more observations or comments for the presentation of Sir Med? Wala na po. So, Secretariat, yung mga corrections, please take note of that and then please prepare the people. So let's continue. Can we have the presentation of the requirements of the bidding document?
Okay. For the technical and financial requirements,
That is works muna siya. Be presented by Ma'am Queen.
So, good morning, everyone. For the technical and financial requirements for the civil works project, for the first envelope or the technical proposal, number one, eligibility requirements must be updated in the DPWH civil works history. Number two, bid security. Number three, project requirements, which shall include the organizational chart for the contract to be bid, the list of contractors, key personnel to be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification and experience data, the list of contractors, construction, and laboratory equipment pledged to the contract supported by proofs of ownership or lease agreements, and number four, the omnibus sworn statement. For registration in the DPWH Civil Works application, if the bidder is not enrolled in the CWA, the bidder must submit its Class A and Class B documents, excluding the 5 Class A documents covered by the PhilJet registration certificate. And if the bidder is enrolled in the CWA, update the pertinent documents in the CWA through the contractor profile application in the DPWH website. For the bid security, the bid validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids, and the bid security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bid security shall include bid securing declaration or at least one other form as follows: a cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, or a bank draft guarantee irrevocable letter of credit issued by a universal or commercial bank equal to 2% of the approved budget for the contract. Or a surety bond callable on demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security equal to 5% of the ADC. For the second envelope or the financial proposal, it should contain number one, the bid form, indicating the total bid price and contract duration, the bill of quantities with bid prices, the detailed estimates including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and the cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. For the bid evaluation for RA 9184, the bank shall evaluate the financial proposal using non-discretionary criteria including arithmetical corrections for computational errors and thus determine the correct total calculated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total calculated bid price which exceeds the ABC. The following factors are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. For the completeness, if no price in required item should be considered non-complying, indicating a zero or a dash, paid to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes, and bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable BOQ, shall be considered non-responsive. For the arithmetical corrections, bid prices and figures versus words shall prevail. Total price versus unit price per item, unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual prevails. For unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, the latter prevails. If above ABC, it shall be considered non-compliant. For the cost qualification for RA
2184 and the DPWH Department Order number 127, Series of 2018, and Department Order number 9, Series of 2012, for the verification of legal requirements, licenses, certificates, permits, and asserting the fact that the bidder is not included in the blacklist of contractors provided by the DPWH and the DPP. For the verification of technical requirements, compliance of single largest completed contract similar to the contract being procured, the competence and experience of the key personnel to be assigned to the project, and the availability of major equipment units pledged to the project, and failure of the prospective bidder to state a complete technical description of the pledged equipment and the specific location where their own lease or under purchase agreement shall result in the bidder's automatic post-disqualification for award of contract and forfeiture of its bid security per Department Order number 58, Series of 2012, and the authenticity of the bid security. For the performance in its ongoing projects, non-negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract or non-negative slippage of at least 10% in 2 or more contracts. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts in the prescribed date after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies, or failure of the contractor to commence repair works or contracts with pending certificates of acceptance in the prescribed date after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or no substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or no unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract term and conditions at the time of inspection, or no related damages currently imposed on the contractor, and the result of the contractor's performance evaluation statement. Per DO number 9, Series of 2012, the technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. This certification shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid, also to be verified during post-qualification. If the set of equipment pledged by the bidder should specify the submitted bid, the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any piece of the equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be disqualified. So reminders for the deadline of submission of clarification, 10 days before submission of bids, and supplemental or bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted in the PhilJet and DPWH website. So the deadline for submission of bids is on September 19, 2023 until 2 p.m. For manual submission to the Procurement Conference Room, 4th floor, DPWH Regional Office 2, Extension Building 2, Regional Government Center, Carlos Store, Tuguegarao, Cagayan. For electronic submission through email address electronic@dpwh.gov.ph. For the number of copies of bid proposal, 1 original and 2 duplicate copies filled in a mother envelope. And for the date and place of opening of bids, on September 19, 2023, after the deadline of receipt of bids, at the Procurement Conference Room, 4th floor, DPWH Regional Office 2, Extension Building 2, Regional Government Center, Carlos Store, Tuguegarao City, Cagayan.
Before you proceed, Jane, may tanong ako, the number of copies of bid proposal, is it necessary na merong 2 duplicate copies? not necessary. So, pwede tayo mag-own na isang original lang sasubmit. So, ano yung consensus ng body? Pwede ba isang lang or continue pa rin natin yung with two duplicate copies?
But isa na lang siguro, no? Para hindi naman maraming alam.
Yeah, yun kasi yung wala tayong paglalagyan din ng mga, nare-receive natin ng proposals. About you, Sir Belo?
Focus na sa case na discrepancy mo may reference pa tayo kung verify na rin next step ano?
Yun yung purpose. So dapat, sabi ng Queen, pag-duplicate kasi it should be an exact copy of the original. So dapat yung original pa rin yung pag-overburn. So kung may missing doon sa original, hindi ko pwede nanapit doon sa duplicate. So, okay na yun, Sir Belo? Okay na, Queen? Isang original na lang? Sige, isang original. Ma'am Rose. So, one original copy na lang. And i-mark doon na one original copy pa rin. Sige po, proceed na. Thank you, Madam Chair. Just for the information of all the prospective bidders, and plans may be downloaded from the filters and the DPWH website. That's all, Madam Chair. Thank you, Ma'am Queen. Sana tayo. Nasa 5 na tayo, ano? Para sa 4 pa lang. Sa goods na, yes.
Good morning once again. For the eligibility requirements for goods, the bidder must have completed a single contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the AEC, completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. For the submission and receipt of bids, 3.1 contents of first envelope the technical proposal, diligence certificate of registration, platinum membership, updated format, statement of all ongoing and similar completed government and private contracts, publication of NFCC, joint venture agreement if applicable, bid security, statement of single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract with technical specifications, compliance, proposal, manpower requirements, after sales service, parts sheet, omnibus sort statement. For the bid security, the bid security period is 120 days, the calendar days from the date of submission of bids. Bid security validity period, 120 calendar days from the date of submission of bids. The bid security shall include bid securing a declaration or at least one other form below. For the cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank draft, guarantee irrevocable LC, issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security equivalent to 2% of the EPC, and for security bond, callable on demand issued by a security or insurance company, duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security is 5%. For the submission of business receipt for 3.2 contents of first and second envelope, the financial proposals, bid form indicating the total bid price, bill of quantities with bid prices and delivery schedule, regarding maintenance costs if applicable. For the bid evaluation, The bid shall evaluate the financial proposal using non-discretionary criteria, including arithmetical corrections for computational errors, and thus determine the correct total and rated bid prices. The bank shall automatically disqualify any total target bid price which exceeds the EC. The following factors are to be considered in evaluation of the bid prices. Completeness. No price in required item non-compliant, indicating a zero or a dash 3 to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes. Bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including, where applicable, BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For the arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words, words per day, total price versus unit price per item, unit price per days, total price versus actual sum of component items, actual per days, unit cost in detailed estimate versus unit cost in BOQ, the latter per days, if above ABC non-compliant. For the post-evaluation, verification of the compliance of the goods offered with the requirements, verification of legal documents, licenses, certificates, permits, verification of work experience, and the declared single largest completed contract, similar to the contract being procured, verification of the bidder's performance bond in its ongoing projects, delay the partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing contract, and satisfactory performance of the supplier's obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. For the award of contracts, the contract shall be awarded by the procuring entity to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated the responsive bid from detailed evaluation data. The reminder, for the deadline of submission of clarification is 10 days for submission of bids. Supplemental bid bulletins, if any, shall be posted in the Belgium's and TVWA's websites. Deadline of submission of bids is on September 19, 2023 until 2 p.m. at the Procurement Conference Room, 4th floor, TVWA's Regional Office 2 Extension Building 2, Regional Government Center, Harrisburg, Quezon City, Cagayan. Number of copies of bid proposal, 1 original. Date and place of opening of bids will be on September 19, 2023 after the deadline of receipt of bids. Procurement Conference Room, 4th floor, TVWA's Regional Office Extension 2 Building, Regional Government Center, Harrisburg, Quezon City, Cagayan. Bidding documents may be downloaded from the Belgium's and TVWA's websites. That's all.
Thank you, Sir Eddie. So we're done with the press conference for the 10 civil works projects and 1 goods. And meron pa ba tayong i-discuss? Wala na? So, yeah, the Secretariat is instructed to prepare the minutes of the private conference and be available until Wednesday. Ano yung calendar tayo? Yes. So, they hear motion for the adjournment of the meeting.
Madam Chair, I move for the adjournment of this private conference.
So, before we adjourn, I'd like to thank our auditor for attending this private conference and also our viewers. Thank you very much for watching us. So, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.